My gosh, only a 2.
Wow. You know what Mace Malone and Claudia are over there saying to each other? Without the main event, there is no loss.
And now Apocalypse tags in, and now it's APOC and Storm, former 3-time PCW Tag Team Champions, going to work here. Double team on Mike Foxx.
Look at that.
And a double suplex.
Vintage Dark Circle.
Absolutely. And Mace Malone letting his emotions run away with him. He's got to get back out on the apron. Meanwhile, Apocalypse choking the Fox behind the referee's back. He's got until a 5 count to let go of that, and he did let go.
But Claudia's really feeling the effects of Damien landing on her head.
Well, I understand that completely. I mean, Damien is definitely not a small guy by any stretch of the imagination. Referee's occupied with Malone once again, and meanwhile a snapmare by Apocalypse, and now Damien's in there with a low-level drop kick between the shoulder blades.
That'll just send the air right out of you, too.
Snap suplex.
Damien's just a master of that snap suplex.
1, 2, and only 2. Damien, as we mentioned earlier tonight, very technically proficient, which does not exactly go along with his reputation as being the hellhound of the Dark Circle, but Mike Foxx coming off the ropes right into a clothesline, though. And now it is Damien pulling Foxx away from his corner and instead dragging him towards the Dark Circle corner. That's where Mike Foxx does not want to be, and here comes the champion, Tim Storm.
Now Tim Storm's just going to work him over. Now remember, what do we find out that's going to happen? Is it next week? Mike Foxx versus Thomas Bussey?
Oh my God! I've got to question the wisdom in that, but however, knowing the Busseys, I'm sure they've got some kind of plan.
Well, earlier I will tell you this. During intermission, I'll say this. I saw Thomas Bussey whispering in Tim Storm's ear.
Uh-oh.
You know, so I mean, there may have been a little money exchange hands. I don't know.
I wouldn't doubt that.
But I will say this, man. I wouldn't be surprised if Mike Foxx was seriously injured tonight.
Well, that's quite a possibility. I know that Bussey and the Dark Circle, no, they're pretty tight. They run in some of the same circles. Meanwhile, here comes Mike Foxx, but he runs right into a back elbow from Tim Storm.
That's a teeth rattler.
Absolutely, and now Apocalypse tags in, and this is where the Dark Circle are at their deadliest because of their years of experience as a team. They know exactly what each other is planning, what each other is going to do. And Apocalypse just grinding that shin into Fox's throat. And if there's anybody fresh in this match, it's going to be Damien and Mace Malone because they, oh, look at this. Apocalypse slapping Claudia upside the face, and she wants a piece of him.
She didn't want to make the tag.
No, she wanted to make the tag, but instead the referee's having to force her and Mace Malone out. Meanwhile, the Dark Circle triple teaming Foxx in the corner. Damien and Mace Malone wrestled in the first match on tonight's card here on PCW Full Throttle, so they've certainly had the most time to rest.
And look at Roger Needham kind of turn around going, what are you guys doing?
Front face lock by Damien. Very well applied, and now turning it over, and we saw that earlier, into a bridge, trying to force some sort of submission here on Foxx.
Now remember, all that's doing is just cutting off the air.
Indeed it is, and now Damien releasing the bridge, and Foxx trying to get a size headlock, and now instead goes from behind, and a low-level back suplex by Foxx.
Well, that folded Damien in half. Damien's feeling that one, too.
Indeed he is, but they are close to the Dark Circle corner while the referee's occupied with Storm. Here comes Apocalypse, who did not tag in, and now he's on top of Foxx.
Oh, that was a great tag.
There was no tag there.
Oh, sure there was.
We're obviously not watching the same match. Apocalypse has Foxx up on that top rope. Chop to the chest.
You. I'm watching the Dark Circle whip their butts.
And now Mike Foxx firing away and, whoa, shoving him towards the middle of the ring. And now Foxx climbing all the way to the top. Oh, he went for the big elbow, but Apocalypse moved out of the way.
Apocalypse, like I said, the Dark Circle, just brute force, strength in numbers. But these guys do their homework. They watch film. They study tapes. He knew exactly what Foxx was going to do when he started up on that second turnbuckle.
And certainly employing some of the same strategy they were going to use. Well, Apocalypse looked like he was going to go for a belly-to-belly suplex, but instead Foxx fights out of it into a DDT.
One thing the Dark Circle does not do, they do not wrestle on emotion. They wrestle on pure power, pure logic. What is this?
Now, wait a minute. Thomas and Chris Bussey are out here. Now, wait a minute. They're yanking Claudia off the ring apron.
Well, I think they've had enough of her.
Now, what in the world are they doing with Claudia? They're pulling her away from the ring. Mace Malone is in there, and he's taking out all the Dark Circle, and look out, Mike Foxx is going after the Bussies.
What was that?
Foxx and Claudia chasing after the Bussies now, leaving Mace Malone in there with the Dark Circle.
Oh.
And this is a very, very bad situation here for Malone, the now former television champion, coming off the ropes and right into a perfect storm. Storm on top, 2 and 3.
Yes! Perfectly executed perfect storm.
I have to say that, yes indeed.
Damien, Apocalypse.
Oh, they're not done yet.
The Dark Circle.
Oh,
They are not done.
They've got the table out.
It's time for punishment.
Oh, God, they're going to put Malone through this table. They're going to try to ensure that Mace Malone cannot challenge Tim Storm for the world title at Capital Punishment. Foxx and Claudia chasing the Bussies to the back. Oh, no, I see lighter fluid.
I do too. You don't think they're going to have a barbecue, do you?
Oh, my God. I think they're going to go for barbecued Mace Malone here if they have their way. Setting up the table while Storm continues to pound on Malone. And look out, there goes the referee, almost taking out the cameraman in the process.
Well, you'd think the cameraman would have been smart enough to move.
And Damien is drenching that table in lighter fluid.
Oh, no.
And Apocalypse has a bottle full in his hand as well. Storm directing traffic, getting Malone ready. And I don't like the looks of this one bit. I think Mace Malone is about to be toast here. Oh, my God, the table is on fire.
Oh, my God.
It's a flame, and there goes Malone.
Oh, my God.
Malone through the burning table. Oh, my God. Here come Claudia and Foxx. But they're moments too late. Mace Malone has got to be in need of some medical attention right now. Foxx and Claudia attending to him, and we've got to get some help for him.
And the Dark Circle is out through the crowd.
Dark Circle leaving through the arena. And fans, where this leaves the match at Capital Punishment, we'll have to find out. But fans, we are running out of time very quickly. For Chris Myers, for the crew, I'm Rob Moore. We'll see you here next week on PCW Full Throttle.